Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is MacMan Limited, and we got some very exciting news with the the announcement of Online. Online basically is a service where they allow you to play games off their servers. So this is really exciting for basically everyone that enjoys to play games, because now your system's hardware does not really matter anymore. So they've actually said that you can play this on a netbook basically, as long as you have a fast enough internet connection. Now the requirements for your internet connection are a 1.5 megabit per second connection for the standard definition, and for HD TV, for a high definition video, you will need a 5 megabits per second internet connection. Now this is 720p at 60 hertz. So I've actually seen some demos, or they actually demoed it at the Game Developer Conference. They showed a guy playing it on a very cheap Dell, which had very low specs. I don't have the exact numbers, but it was not a netbook, but it was very close to it basically. And they're playing Crisis, which is a very intensive, it basically labors your computer a lot to play that. And it worked seamlessly because it was not running on the Dell, it was actually running on their server. So I think this is really cool, because this means you don't have to update your game or your computers as often. As you can see right now, it's coming in winter 2009. And I guess again, like I said, is online. So right now they're actually accepting applications for their beta testing. So if you want to go over to their website, onlive.com, I'll probably put a link in the sidebar over to my left, your right. You just sign up, and they're going to be selecting beta testers in the continental US, so that excludes Hawaii, to become beta testers. They'll be selecting this in the summer, so basically in a couple months. They'll be releasing it in winter 2009, so I guess around Christmas time. So we should expect to see some more pricings of the service around probably November, October, probably, because right now they don't have any prices. But you can play this both on three things: your PC, your Mac, which I think is very exciting, because a lot of people I know, they love Macs. They like to use my MacBook Pro a lot, but they don't want to go out and purchase one, for the reason that they would like to continue to play games, and they are kind of skeptical about playing, or kind of skeptical about going through boot camp. I don't know why. It works perfect, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to tell them about this when I see them, and I'm sure they'll be excited about this as well, and they'll probably go out and buy a Mac. So hopefully this opens a lot of doors for people to actually, or for the gamers to actually get a Mac. And then the third system it can run on is on your TV, like a regular console system. To do that, you'll actually have to buy their, I forget what they're calling it now, their micro console. So first of all, I'll go over here some of the specs of the micro console. They don't have any information on what's inside of it, but you can connect 4 wireless controllers and 4 Bluetooth headsets. And it's got a button on the side for wireless pairing, of course. And it's got 2 USB ports for a controller or a keyboard and mouse. So you can actually use a keyboard and mouse just like a PC game, but through the console as well. And it has a micro USB power in, a video audio out, so that's an HDMI cable. Can you do audio with the HDMI? Oh yeah, you can. It's DVI that you can't. Sorry. And an Ethernet port. I guess you can't connect this to your wireless connection, because it's using the wireless cards inside the console to pair your controllers. And it's got an S/PDIF optical out for your sound system as well. Oh yeah, I'm back. Anyway, so basically, how does this work? Well, I'm not sure if I said this now, because I kind of forget what I've gone over, but basically you have your system, your micro console, your Mac or your PC, and your internet connection. Basically, all you do is you connect to their servers online, and then you run the games not on your system, but on their online servers. So that's why your system requirements don't really matter anymore, as long as you have a fast enough internet connection and a processor that can support HD video playback. So that is a 1.6 gigahertz processor or greater. And it might be, can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure Macs can run HD video at a slower processor speed than a PC. So that actually means that the system requirements for a Mac are actually lower than a PC. Can't remember which system is 1.6, but I do remember that Macs were a little bit lower, so PCs might be 1.8 or something like that. So if you have a netbook that has a slower processor speed, you will be able to play standard definition for sure, but the HD, well, if you have a netbook, your screen resolution isn't great enough to do that anyway. So anyway. I think this is great because you won't have to upgrade your hardware as often anymore. You won't have to patch your games because they'll be patching them on their servers, of course. And they say it works at the speed of light. So I guess that's kind of true because if you have fiber optic internet, it works by light. So I'll list off a few of the games that they announced at the developer conference. They say top games from top names, so that includes Burnout Paradise, Fear 2, Project Origins, Tomb Raider, Underworld, Grid, World of Goo, Crisis, Warhead, Lego Batman, Unreal Tournament 3, Baseball League, 2K9, Mirror's Edge, Prince of Persia, and Bioshock, and a few others. They announced 16 of them, and they do have others, but they haven't announced them yet. And they have Tom Clancy's Hawk, Fear 2, I think I said that. Anyway, so basically, if you live in the U.S., I would definitely sign up for their beta program. I did send them an email to ask when they're actually planning on, like they're planning for the winter of 2009 to release this in the continental U.S. And I sent them an email when are they planning on releasing this worldwide, mainly Canada for me, obviously. And so I'm pretty sure they won't be doing a beta in Canada, so that leaves me out. But if you live in the U.S., definitely sign up. And first of all, here are a few facts. How much will this cost? Well, they don't have any pricing yet because it's not going to be released for quite a while. I did say the internet connection speeds required, but I'll just go over them again. For standard definition, it's just a 1.5 megabit per second connection, which is my connection speed. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do HD unless I upgrade. And for HD, which is 720p at 60 hertz, you'll need a 5 megabit per second. You can try the games before you buy them because they'll be demoing all the games that they got online, and so I think that's a pretty cool idea. This basically, when I'm looking into this OnLive, it reminds me a lot of Steam, but basically a better version of it, because you can go on any computer and log onto your account or log onto their servers and play the game just like Steam. If you download Steam onto your computer, you can play all your games. But the only difference, or actually the main difference that kind of makes this a lot better, is you won't have to download the game anymore to play it on the computer that you play. So you'll be able to play the game instantly as soon as you log on. You'll be able to play on their servers, which is amazing if you ask me. And basically, they're still at the thinking of the Apple conference. They're still at the Game Developer Conference in San Francisco. So if you live in that area, they still have a booth up, and I would definitely check them out and try out the games. And just if you try to leave a comment below or send me a message telling me how what you think of it. So this has been a really quick video by MacMan Limited, and I'm really excited about this, and I'm sure all of you Mac users that enjoy to play games are excited about it as well. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. And we got some very exciting news with the announcement of OnLive. OnLive basically is a service where they allow you to play games off their servers. So this is really exciting for basically everyone that enjoys to play games, because now your system at the Game Developer Conference, they showed a guy playing it on a very cheap Dell, which had very low specs. I don't have the exact numbers, but it was not a netbook, but it was very close to it basically. And they were playing Crisis, which is a very definition. And for HD TV, for a high definition video, you will need a 5 megabits per second internet connection. Now this is 720p at 60 hertz. So I've actually seen some demos, or they actually demoed its hardware. It does not really matter anymore. So they've actually said that you can play this on a netbook basically, as long as you have a fast enough internet connection. Now the requirements for your internet connection are a 1.5 megabit per second connection for the standard definition. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is MacMan Limited.